Hello, guys. I think I am a minute early, but yeah, I'm having a little bit of a Wi Fi issue today. I hope it stays good. I hope you guys can hear me, see me clearly. Today is a fun live because it's about doing nothing, which of course everyone knows how much I love doing. And it's been particularly my mood through this entire lockdown period. And of course, I have done lives with very many different people through this lockdown time. But today I'm going to be talking to Pooja Makhija. Pooja Makhija doesn't need any introduction. She is a nutritionist that I think most of India and lots of Indians everywhere around the world have been to. She really helps with weight loss, which for a lot of people obesity is an actual problem. And when you have not a few kgs, but when you have tons and tons of kgs to lose, and if that's an ailment in your body, I know that Pooja is someone that who's been a very very good influence and has always given very good ways of achieving weight loss, which has not only been for me, considering I'm in a profession where I constantly have the need to look a certain way, but even for my entire family. So my mom, my dad, my brother, they all have been to Pooja. And more than anything else, I think she is a really really dear friend. Of course, we don't meet all the time, but she is a really really busy person. And but whenever we meet, I think it's really really special, and I love chatting with her. And I thought it's really nice for her to do this live with us, because I feel like we'll know so many things what she thinks about the art of doing nothing, which I really like. And yeah, now we can wait for her to come online. I'm gonna actually see a lot of, I know a lot of, hey, hello, I can see hearts. I love you so much too. Okay, let me just check who all have. I can see some of my friends also messaging. Gaurav Ghera has also messaged. Pooja, what is his behavior? She needs an introduction, यार. उसको ऐसे ही थोड़ी बुलाएंगे. Okay. Who else? Okay. I think I saw Nishku also. Hi, Nishku. I'm going to be talking to Pooja. So let's. Okay. Yes. I think Pooja will come online any moment. It says waiting for Pooja. Hi guys, hi guys, hi guys. I see a lot of highs, a lot of hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love to all of you. It says connecting. That's with network in these lives. It's a big challenge. But I'm waiting for Pooja to connect. Yeah, it still says connecting. I don't know why. I hope it's just my network that's bad. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Love you all. Okay. It says connecting. That is just coming online.
Yes. Yes, I know. I don't know what it just kept saying accepting and it just kept saying connecting, but well done and welcome to the live, everyone. Oh my, I see the numbers soaring. Of course, we have Thamanna in the house, so the numbers have to roof up. Warm welcome to everyone. We're going to be talking about. I love the intro, by the way. I was listening to that. Thank you.
We all love you
Humbled.
too. We all always
Uh,
have such. Whenever we chat about you at home, it's always. Mom talks about how when she would come to you and she'd be really worried about the stars she would get. And I think that was a huge motivation for her. So, when I saw her going through her weight loss program, your program was one that she could, she really succeeded in, and she did it very well. And my brother, I think I've seen him really transform with your plans. So he
And he's
remembers you
been a
very
super.
fondly. I think he was just very like smitten by you. Like he would not, I know he wouldn't tell this to your face. I don't know if he's watching this live, but he'd just be very happy to see you. He'd be like, Pooja is so pretty. So
He has all the prettiness at home as well, but he's a sweet person, and he did it really well.
yeah,
He did it well. He did it prompt, and I'm sure he's maintaining all the loss, because all the pictures that I've seen, he is super fit.
he's becoming fitter by the day. I think he's a little more diligent than I am, because clearly I am doing the art of nothing. So I'm
Uh,
enjoying it.
well, well, you're not. You can never do the. Yeah. See, according to me, each of us have a small segment of a person in us who wants to excel in this art of nothing. Although it's not easy to be able to do nothing, and still stay happy and positive and soaring like the way you do. So yes, it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely something that we all have to get the art of, and we have to learn the knack of. I, for one, I'm a very bad do nothinger. If I do nothing, I'm
Your
a
stories are nothing of doing nothing. It's only doing everything.
oh, I'm a very big sulking nothinger. So if I have done nothing, oh my God, I guilt trip myself over wasting a few hours and minutes and all of that. So I have to learn that art. Although the lockdown taught me a little bit, I think everyone has learned something out of the lockdown.
Someone tried to call me in the middle of this live, so I had to go cut his call. Whoever has
Oh,
called me. Sorry, go ahead.
no problem, no problem. So I was just saying that many of us lost many things, and I think it has taught me how to slow down, and don't feel bad about it, and don't feel guilty about it, that you're not making the best out of every second of every day. And I think that's positive. So you tell us, I think, because you tell us how you integrate doing nothing positively. See, doing nothing negatively, sab kar sakte hain.
Yeah.
But doing nothing, but taking positive out of it is what is important, because sometimes nothing also gives us strength. Nothing also gives us a lot of um, thinking ahead for the future, or clarity, perhaps clarity. So tell us how doing nothing works, how it has worked for you.
Okay, I'm really sorry. Someone is frantically calling me, and I'll just keep cutting the call. You'll find me going and coming, going and coming. Okay, so first, I want to just talk about the fact that the art of doing nothing means different things to different people. And I think the biggest mistake we all make is generalize it. It's not the same for me. It is not the same for you. It's not the same for anyone in my house, anyone in this world. So I feel like it's very important to understand what it means to each one of us. In my case, clearly someone very notorious who has just not stopped calling me, and so it keeps going off. I feel like it's for me, I needed this time off. I mean, I didn't want it in this way, not through a pandemic, but in my case, I lived a very fast. So I needed this time off, and I'm really someone who has really gone with the flow. And there are days I have done nothing, like literally sat in my bed, not exposed myself to TV, technology, everything in general, and just stayed away from everything. And sometimes not even try to do anything specific. Like I literally sit where I'm sitting right now and just chill on my own, because I think we as a generation don't know what to do with ourselves if we are left alone.
True.
And
True.
so for me, it's
I
been
agree with
time just
that.
spending time with me. And there have been times I have been bored, and I remembered that for me, boredom has been a very important part of actually discovering who I am. Even earlier on in my, like when I was trying to figure out what I want to do in life, And I feel like today none of the kids are bored. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm asking even you because you have
Yeah.
two lovely girls, and I don't know if they would have ever seen what boredom is, because they're always stimulated by something or the other. So I think
True, true.
kids
So
especially really need to feel boredom to discover who they are, one, and also discover their likes, dislikes, and also the fact that you don't always need stimulation to, feel good about yourself. Because otherwise, like we feel like, oh, something is wrong, I'm alone, I don't know what to do. There's a sense of insecurity that kind of takes over when you feel like you're doing nothing. So I think that little stigma and that little demystification was required. I think this period has given that to people like me. I mean, I'm curious to know, what does it mean? What does it mean to you?
So, yeah, getting bored and knowing what is boredom is something that, of course, today's actually they still do get bored. My girls will still come around and tell me, "Mom, we're bored." So, and when especially when they were taking TikTok off Indian viewership, my daughter was like, "Oh my God, what am I going to do now? How am I going to pass my time? I'm going to be bored if I don't have things to glance through in TikTok." So I guess they have their world is completely very different from our world, what our world was. And one day, very strangely, my daughter had come across and told me, "But Mama, what did you do when you were little? Like, what
Wow,
did you do?
that's an
How
actual
did you
question.
keep yourself?" Yeah, she was like, "How did you keep yourself entertained? What did you do for entertainment?" And she was so that you didn't have a smartphone, you didn't have the internet, you didn't have stimulation. So how did you keep yourself entertained? Did you have TV at least? Mama, did you have TV? I was like, yeah, we had TV, but we didn't have Netflix. We had Doordarshan, and we were still occupied. We still enjoyed playing Dabba Ice Spice and Catch and Cook and
Yeah,
all the other things. Yeah, so we each of us have their own stimulus. I think the lockdown has really asked us and made us reconnect with what actually and genuinely makes us happy. We realized that nothing else other than friends and loved ones and the health of everyone is far more important. I know it's taken a pandemic for most people to realize that health is priority, but that's one message that's really come across strong. And I see that on all fronts of people consulting with me. Everyone wants to become healthy. All this while, it was all about, I want to look fit.
yeah,
Okay, everyone was like, "Oh, I want to wear size zero clothes, or I want to wear a black dress for the party, or I want to wear a bikini." So that time, everyone was like, "Kuch bhi kara de, Pooja, just make me look fit." Now that persona and that go-to has changed. The terminologies have changed. Now no one wants to look fit. Now everyone wants to be fit.
now instead
Everyone
of
wants to
looking
be
fit,
like, no, yes, everyone wants to be fit. Like, Pooja, how do I get my immunity better? How do I make sure that I don't get sick very often? How do I know that I'll be able to fight the virus? How do I know that I can get my skin better? So now everyone wants to actually be fit. That's a vast change that I've seen in the lockdown in people's perception of good health and people's desire to become healthy. Uh, of course, it's a great thing. Like you said, it's not the right way. I wouldn't want it hit us in this way, but it has. And I think we should all look at it from the positive angle. Let's take the best out of being locked in, and let's realize that what good things happened other than the fact that the air cleared up and we spent really quality time at home with our loved ones. But there are lots of good things that happened in the pandemic, like realizing that you need to slow down. I, for one, have really realized that I need to slow down, and I don't need to beat myself if I'm slow. I don't really need to be everywhere and manage everything and do everything in that 124 hours. I think that's important. And according to me, the highs and lows of a pandemic come with the food you eat.
yeah,
So how you feel, like you said, on some days you really feel good, and on some days you don't really feel good, and that happens with most of us. That happens to me all the time. So they call it the Rono. What did they call it? There was a meme I read about
Corona coaster,
Corona,
Corona,
Corona coaster.
many dala.
Ah, the Corona coaster. But that is true. Because one day you're up on the mountain feeling like, oh, you can accomplish the world, and one day you're down in the dumps thinking, oh my God, mera kya hoga aur kal kya hoga. But a lot of that has to do with the food you eat. Do you agree with that?
What do you think? Like I know, I'll quickly brief people who kind of are not aware of your ideology when it comes to diet is such a unfortunate word, but I do want to use the word diet.
Good
Like
eating, healthy
good
eating,
healthy
healthy
eating.
eating.
How you recommend people to do that is by regular eating, eating in regular intervals in the day. तो मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में भी बताती हूँ because there are a lot of our people who are watching
Yeah, sure.
समझते हैं and हिंदी बात करते हैं एंड तो आप हमें कहते हैं कि हर हर 2 घंटे में खाना कुछ ना कुछ खाते रहना चाहिए और आप जब दिन शुरू करते हैं तो चाय या कॉफी के साथ नहीं शुरू करना चाहिए जो हम में से काफी सारे लोग करते हैं और इस दौरान जब हम जब घर पे हमारे अपने घर पे अटके हुए हैं हमारी लाइफ बहुत स्लो हो गई है जो जिनको बहुत सारी फिजिकल एक्टिविटी हुआ करती थी वो आजकल ज्यादातर घर पे बैठ के काम कर रहे हैं एक कंप्यूटर के सामने काम कर रहे हैं या मुझे ले लीजिए मैं घर पे मतलब जो मैं पूरा दिन खड़ी रहती हूँ आज मैं घर पे बैठ के बहुत वक्त चिल कर रही हूँ बहुत वक्त एक ही जगह पे बैठी हूँ तो क्या ये किस्म का रेगुलर ईटिंग इस दौरान में भी काम आता है कि हमें इस दौरान ये दो घंटे का खाना या हमें नेगेटिवली इम्पैक्ट कर सकता है तो आप क्या बता सकते हैं इसके बारे में
सो जैसे वॉकिंग और डांसिंग और एक्सरसाइज कैलोरी बर्न करता है बिल्कुल वैसे ही डाइजेशन इज ऑल्सो अ कैलोरी बर्निंग प्रोसेस जब आप अपनी बॉडी में खाना डालते हैं तो आपकी बॉडी को इसको डाइजेस्ट करने में टू ब्रेक डाउन द फूड to assimilate the nutrition, to take away the roughage or the waste or the fiber that has to be thrown out. This entire process through your digestive system is a calorie burning process. मैं आपको एक example बताऊंगी. For example, हम अगर एक apple खाते हैं, so that apple gives you about 90 calories. जब ये apple का हम उसको खाते हैं, so the effort of chewing, swallowing, digesting, removing the nutrition from the apple, taking the roughage, passing it through the colon and then defecating the waste products, this entire process of digesting this apple and getting the nutrition from the apple costs you about 120 calories. The apple only contributed 90 calories to your body's intake. You invested 120 calories to just digest this 90 calorie apple. So the deficit of that calories always comes from your stores. So that's why digestion is a calorie burning process. So although I am not moving about and doing my 10,000 steps that I would otherwise do because of commute and office and shooting and whatever my normal day-to-day walking about activities were, but all because I am sitting at home and still giving my body food to digest, increasing my diet. So मैं कहीं पे भी हूँ मेरी बॉडी जिम में है सो व्हेन यू कीप ईटिंग एवरी 2 hours यू विल कीप योर बॉडी इन द जिम दैट्स द मैजिक ऑफ ईटिंग 2 hourly सो यस ऑल्दो वी आर मोर एट होम अभी और हम ज्यादा मूवमेंट हमारी नहीं है एंड वी आर मोर सेडेंटरी I still recommend that you must eat every 2 hours so that you can keep your body in the gym.
That's really I really hope ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग ये बात सुन रहे हैं बिकॉज आई थिंक काफी सारे लोग हैं जिन्होंने इस दौरान खाना कम कर दिया क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि इस वक्त पे हमें कैलोरीज कट करनी चाहिए एंड आई रिमेम्बर जब मैंने आपका प्लान किया था तो राइस लाइक काफी सारे लोगों को लगता है कि राइस उनके लिए अच्छा नहीं है कार्ब्स उनके लिए अच्छे नहीं है कीटोजेनिक डाइट्स पे रहना चाहिए ऐसी काफी सारी मिसकंसेप्शंस है जो जब मैंने आपका डाइट किया मुझे समझ में आया कि ये कैसे हाउ डज इट हैपन सो या आई थिंक दिस इज रियली रियली एनलाइटनिंग and for people who really want to do like people like me who want to really chill and want to really do the art of nothing I think this is a good idea.
So what you have to remember is that the portion sizes have to be small. जब आप हर 2-2 घंटे खा रहे हो आप बड़ा मील नहीं खाना है. You have to eat small meals. The more you will eat small meal, that also क्योंकि आप हर 2 घंटे खाते जाएंगे तो एक टाइम पे आपको इतनी ज्यादा भूख भी नहीं लगेगी that you will feel like I want to eat a whole bag or something because your body your blood sugar levels stay more balanced, because your blood sugar levels don't have the lows, and therefore you don't land up eating very large meals. So the trick during the lockdown to still be able to keep your body in the gym, although you are not in the gym, is to make sure that the portion sizes are controlled. Make sure the food is not very high in sugar or salt or fat. It can be a moderate amount of for example, it could be a khakra, it could be a roti wrap, it could be half a bowl of dal chawal. It could be anything that you find handy and accessible at these times. They don't really have to be superfoods. That's one misnomer that I would want everyone to clarify, कि ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर आपको healthy बनना है तो आपको सुपर फूड्स ही खाने हैं. आपको केल खाना है, एवोकाडो खाना है, चिया सीड्स खाने हैं, तभी ही आपको वो ब्यूटीफुल स्किन मिलेगा, आपको हेल्दी बोन्स मिलेंगे, आपको ब्यूटीफुल हेयर मिलेगा. हमारा इंडियन डाइट बहुत ही न्यूट्रिशियस है, बहुत ही वर्सेटाइल है. हमारे इंडियन आयुर्वेदा knowledge is far older than what today Western medicine is catching up with. So हमारी हल्दी, हमारा नीम, हमारा तुलसी, हमारे अलसी दाना, तो जितना चिया हमें फायदा दे सकता है, हमारा अलसी seeds can give us the same benefit. So we don't have to really run behind superfoods and spend a lot of money. And today they are not even accessible to us. बहुत सारे लोगों के पास फ्रेश सब्जियों की अवेलेबिलिटी भी नहीं है, तो forget getting kale and avocado. But even your palak and avla is equally nutritious and equally nourishing to your body, giving you almost similar amount of nutrition. So I did that. I keep doing that this or that on my stories, where I wanted to tell people that we don't really need to run behind quinoa, because hamara amaranth, which is rajgira, is even more nutritious than the quinoa. So जिस चीज रीजन के लिए हम किनोआ के पीछे भागते हैं, वो हमें आसानी से अमरंथ में मिल जाएगा. जो चीज के लिए आप केल के पीछे भागते हो, वो हमारे पत्ते गोभी में भी है. So you don't really need to run behind the kale. Even the patta gobi has the similar amount of flavonoids and antioxidants like kale.
Right. I mean, there are
so
I think you're really clearing out a lot of misconceptions that are there around food and diet, and basically just like clean eating. And there's and what do you do, say, for people who have these excessive junk cravings, especially in this time, because you are sometimes
little more emotional.
Food, yeah, you're using food for entertainment almost, and you're using food for
stress busting.
Time pass, literally. Like I mean,
True.
to be honest, I have also done that at some point in this lockdown, where I have just eaten food because I was bored. I've done that. So I feel like, what do you tell people like me जो भूखा है and जो junk खाना चाहता है?
So like I said, it's a very natural instinct to want to see, because whatever said and done, food on our tongue gives us comfort. Okay, so and good food temporarily releases those happy hormones in our body that makes us forget the stress and the ambiguity of कल क्या होने वाला है, और मेरा business का क्या होगा, और मेरे clients कहाँ से आएंगे. Or everyone, at the end of the day, everyone is very confused कि ये हमारी जिंदगी कल normal कब होने वाली है, और कभी वो normal भी होगी या नहीं. And to distract themselves, humans do use food, and that is not abnormal, that is not outrageous, that is not oh, it only happens to you. It happens to everyone, including myself, because we tend to feel that if it tastes good on your tongue, it's going to do us good. So there are two simple ways that I would ask you to emotionally as well as mentally learn from the experience. So mentally, you need to ask yourself one question every time you eat. Look at the food that you want to eat. Now, clearly you love that food, which is the reason why you want to eat the food, right? So you love the food. You have to just ask yourself the one question, that will this food love me back? See, we always like to love people who are going to love us back, right? We don't want a one-way love relationship. जिसी को भी आप प्यार देने वाले हो, you want that person to love you back as well. So the same relationship you should have with food. So when you look at a food and says, I love chocolate mousse, you have to ask the chocolate mousse, कि, bhai, will you love me back as well? Now, the chocolate mousse is going to taste good on the tongue, but is it really going to do you good in terms of your sugar levels or your... Yes, to some extent, small quantities में वो आपको प्यार भी दे सकता है. But अगर आपने पूरा टब आइसक्रीम बैठ के खा लिया क्योंकि आपको वो बहुत अच्छा लगता है, so it's not going to love you back. So mentally you ask yourself that one question, and physically, so that you can say no to junk food, is that you have to have your stomach full. If you're going to eat every 2 hours और सही खाने से आपका पेट सही समय पे भरा रहेगा, तो आपको गलत खाना खाने की इतनी क्रेविंग नहीं होगी, because your blood sugar levels will not dip. Please realize हम खाना इसीलिए नहीं खाते हैं क्योंकि मैं न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट हूँ और आप नहीं हो. और we eat food because we are human. हम खाएंगे नहीं तो मर जाएंगे. तो हम जब हमारे ब्लड शुगर लेवल्स बहुत कम होते हैं, तो ये हमारी सूझबूझ, पूजा का ज्ञान, ये लव की इक्वेशन सब goes out of the window. And you're like, okay, I want to eat and I'm going to eat the whole bag of chips. So if your stomach is full, you will automatically be more wise and judicious. And what we have to realize right now is our food is the only way we can strengthen our immunity around us. The virus is going to all, sooner or later, this virus is going to get to us all. Those who have used the food sensibly to create a nice fort around them, they will be able to fight off the virus. It will be like a common cold. उसको रोनो वायरस बोलते हैं. जैसे रोनो वायरस खांसी सर्दी 7 दिन में आई गई, वैसे ही कोरोना वायरस भी चला जाएगा if you eat well. So I think there's all the more reason why we have to make a stronger effort to eat well. I am not saying I don't cheat. I am not saying I don't feel like eating something wrong in the lockdown. I do. It's very, very human. And my daughter bakes and my husband would love to eat something meetha in the night. And it's not that I don't eat it. I do. But you just have to keep the quantity small. If you learn to keep the quantity small, you can still manage to eat everything and not deteriorate your health. You can still get the goodness out of khana, but your health will also stay strong. And also it's a 80-20 kind of a rule. So 80% of the time अगर आप सही खा रहे हो, तो 20% of the time अगर आपने थोड़ी बहुत बदमाशी कर ली, तो your body will be able to take care of it.
Right.
So that's the way it works.
A lot of people have asked about, I don't know, like I think it's a common question, but about hair, like what should you do about your hair in terms of nutrition? Is there something you can specifically talk about? Considering we are in this program and we can take extra care because we have the time.
Yes, so I would say that your protein intake is very, very crucial for your hair. So please make sure that every meal, your breakfast, lunch and dinner has some form of protein, whether it is egg whites or whether it is chicken or fish, or then it is dal, pulses, sprouts, chila, a little bit of soya or soya bean, nuts. So please make sure that all your meals, your breakfast, lunch and dinner has some amount of protein in it. If you will make sure that it has some amount of protein in it, your immunity will be good, your hair and skin will be good, and automatically the hair follicles, although our hair is dead, our follicles are alive, and the follicles require protein for strength. So please make sure you're having ample amount of protein in your day. Check your B12 levels, because when your B12 levels are low, your hair follicles remain open. And because they remain open, we have more hair fall. So automatically, when your B12 levels are good, the hair follicles will close. Of course, if you're having a balanced meal, you're having about 2 fruits a day, you're having 2 to 3 bowls of sabzi a day, you're getting your vitamin E, you're getting your vitamin C. But taking a vitamin C supplement also helps because it boosts the collagen, which not only helps you with your skin and your immunity, but also with your hair. So if you take care of all these things, according to me, ऊपर से जितनी भी चीजें लगा दो is different. अगर अंदर से आप न्यूट्रिशन नहीं दोगे, अगर आप ऊपर से गाड़ी को अच्छी तरह से पॉलिश और वैक्स करोगे लेकिन अंदर से पेट्रोल नहीं डालोगे, तो आपकी गाड़ी खाली अच्छी तरह चलने नहीं वाली है. उसका objective is to make sure that it runs well. So you have to make sure the nutrition goes from the inside.
Right. And is there something like, I'm sure there have been lifestyle changes that have naturally happened in this period of time while you're at home. What do you think you're going to carry on even after things normalize, even after everything gets okay? Is there something that the art of doing nothing has left in you, which you feel you might carry forward even after you return back to your extremely busy life?
I think very clearly I have learned how to slow down, like I said before, and I don't beat myself over it. Like if I usually I'm a girl who has a very big to-do list, and if I don't finish ticking all of it, I take a lot of stress, and then I try to work harder the next day. But I think the lockdown has taught me that अगर वो 6 चीजों में से 2 चीजें रह गई तो कोई बात नहीं है. We will manage to do it. So I think the one thing that I will take forward is I will not be so harsh on myself. I think I'm too much of a disciplinarian when it comes to everyone around me and myself. So I don't know about the others, but I'm definitely going to take it easier on myself.
मतलब सब लोग की खैर है, but you'll be nice to yourself. वो तो sorted
Yes.
है.
हाँ, अभी दूसरों के लिए अब तक ये लॉकडाउन में दूसरों के ऊपर तो अभी तक मैं लैक्स होने नहीं वाली हूँ, लेकिन हाँ अपने ऊपर थोड़ा सा लीनियंसी लाने वाली हूँ. Yes, that's going to be the objective.
That's
And what's the one thing you are going to carry forward from the lockdown? Tell all your loved ones as well.
I think what I've really learned in this lockdown is how to chew my food slowly.
Well
40
done.
years
That's a
of my
good one.
life, I have never, ever chewed my food slowly. So for me, this period was a great, learning, because I actually had all the time, to sit and enjoy my.
And you know the advantages of all that. Why don't you tell everyone that? Because they have lots of advantages why you should invest your time in chewing slowly.
Because our digestion starts in our mouth, and if we are chewing our food, we are actually making sure that by the time the food that is chewed, that reaches our digestive system, is already, it's almost like 40 to 50% digested. If I'm not, I don't know if the
Yes.
percentage is right.
Yeah,
But
because you have a lot of enzymes in your saliva as well. So the more time it spends in your mouth, the more digestion is happening in the mouth. But we don't really let the food stay here too long. We just chomp chomp swallow, chomp chomp swallow. So then those salivary enzymes are not getting the chance of doing half the digestion. So your digestive system has to take the brunt of it. That's why we get more gas and bloating and acidity and all of that.
Yeah.
And also because it takes 20 minutes for your brains to register that you're full.
Yeah.
So if you will eat so fast, you will never get the sensation of satiety and you will never want to stop eating. But if you have chewed your food well, automatically in some time you'll be like, oh, I'm full. Because this action of chewing is what tells your brain, "Ke bas bhai, I'm full."
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
So this
That's
is
a very good one, Tamanna. Well done.
That's probably one of the only things I've done. Learn. But yeah,
and become more gorgeous.
There's been a lot of time for just, I don't know, like you said, being nicer to yourself. I think compassion is something that can only start, if you want to be compassionate to other people, it has to start with yourself. If you're not compassionate to yourself, you're likelier not to be compassionate to anyone else. And I think this.
So I guess I'm trying it out on myself.
It's the right place, because आपने अपने साथ किया तो फिर आपके जो clients है, आपके जो patients है, वो सब लोग फिर उनको भी थोड़ा extra एक star मिल जाएगा for at least trying.
Okay, done. We'll do that.
We'll do that. I'm very happy to hear this.
That was perfect. That was so sweet. And also in the lockdown, you've become even more gorgeous. That's also one more thing you've done. Look at you. You're glowing. Well done.
I know. Another thing is that I keep asking when I come to people who, who especially like discussing health. There have been many times I've gone and like I've asked people who I take advice from. Abhi, what do I do for dark circles, or what do I do to look fresher, this that, and सब वही कहते हैं कि आपको सोना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए कोई alternative नहीं है. I mean, आप and because we are these crazy people who always are like living on the pace, on this fast-paced life. Sometimes it's you don't, because you want to achieve something, you kind of don't focus over sleep.
Compromise the sleep.
You compromise a tad bit because you think I can, it's okay, I can do that. But I feel now I've had the time to just sleep to my heart's content and sleep peacefully. I mean, more than the length of, because I am not a believer in sleeping. I don't think sleeping long actually has many benefits. Long hours has many benefits as much as sleeping shorter but like deep sleep. So yeah, I mean that's a constant quest. हम सब अभी भी उसके साथ struggle
No,
करते हैं. But
sleep
sleep
is
is
very,
fine.
very important because our body repairs in our sleep and our immunity can only be good if we get good sleep. So sleep discipline is extremely important and also the times when you sleep. So today I slept at 10 o'clock, tomorrow at 12 o'clock, then at 2 o'clock. The more
Right.
erratic your sleep hours are, the more your body doesn't know when to rest and repair. So having a schedule or having a clean sleep hygiene, it is called as, the more hygiene you can maintain in your sleeping hours and waking hours, the better your body will recoup and the younger you will stay and the more prettier you will look.
If I'm half as pretty as you, I'm happy. I'm not
Ah,
complaining.
oh, look at you. You are 5 times prettier, 100 times prettier.
My brother's gonna be very happy I spoke to you. He'd be like, Are you spoke to Pooja? So big hi.
Tell him I said a big hello. Yes. And to say a big hello to mom and dad as well.
For sure, Pooja. Thank you so much for doing this for us. And I'm sure everybody's
Thank you.
you've really made people's day with all the amazing stuff you've told us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you so much for doing this live and helping more and more people realize the value of good food and good sleep and good nutrition.
And
Thank
the
you.
art of doing nothing.
And the art of doing nothing. That's more for me.
I think for the both of us.
Yes, true. For all of us. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you for all the love you have given us. And thank you for all the lovely comments. Bye-bye, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
आप भी bye बोल दो. Bye. Bye, darling. See you. Bye.